used to you have to walk down the basement and out on the tarmac. To
Yeah.
find
Well, and you still have to go to the
We're
basement.
live, supposedly.
Yeah.
Lies.
Lies, I tell you.
That's all right, Raptor. We're just yapping.
Like
Do what you got to do.
Like always.
We're just complaining about Terminal E at Dallas Fort Worth and TFW because it's the poor relation. And because, I mean, the restaurants there are just awful and they close at 7. And
they're actually staying open till 7.
Well, no, really not always till 7 because I was there and there was like nothing open on when I flew home last time.
Well, there's actually a Whataburger out at 22 now.
Yeah, but it wasn't open when I got there.
It was closed?
It was closed.
DFW to Itchy Paw. Out of E, you ain't go the far end to Terminal E.
Yeah.
And used to be you had to go down to the basement and walk out the tarmac and climb up.
No, it's awful. So
I can remember when you had to do that to get on Branham's 747.
Yeah, you were following the elephants 2x2 too.
Don't follow the elephants.
The first time I flew out of DFW was 1969.
I was 2 years old.
It came from the trailer park. Raptor has a comment about your story.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Yes, we have a Jonna today.
Yep.
He has deigned to join us.
Deigned to join you.
Yes.
Actually, we went and had lunch. It was like, oh, it's time for podcast. Let's go. So,
hey, Jesse, I'd like to start out with something that I was not aware of from the VA. And that is that you're supposed to notify the VA within 72 hours after you have made a hospital or ER visit. And the number for that is 844-724-7842. And what this does is it allows the VA to immediately contact the hospital to start settling your bill, which is a good thing.
Yes, it is. Maybe they'll do it not via VA math.
Yeah.
So
VA math, 2 + 2 = snakes.
Yeah.
Well, the hospital burned to the ground. 30% of it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that's interesting is the VA now has, in many locations, an urgent care option locally.
Yeah.
To where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a VA, you're in the VA system, you can call and find out where your local urgent care options are that the VA pays for. Because, and the reason I say this, it's fairly significant. Some of these urgent cares are ripoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
They say they're emergency care, they'll take your insurance, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
No. And they will charge you up the yin yang.
We've had several pop up in Itchy Paw.
Mm-hmm. 4 of them.
Yeah. And the Free State has a giant emergency ambulance, which is where when they screw up, the ambulance pulls the don't go to any freestanding urgent or emergency care that's not affiliated yet. It's not attached to a hospital, guys.
Oh, man. Richard sent me 6 cans of clam chowder to share the goodness. Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh, what kind of clam chowder is that?
I don't know. We'll find out when it gets here.
He does a soup with clam chowder and something else.
Yeah, and clam chowder, garlic, tomatoes, and shrimp.
Oh,
that's just coke rolling.
Oh, I like this man. He can come to dinner anytime.
Hey, Don, good to see you.
Speaking of the VA,
yes,
obliquely, Can't Go Home is still #1 in fantasy anthologies. #1 new release in fantasy anthology.
Yeah.
Even though there's not a fantasy story in there.
No. Just kind of interesting.
But we are #1 in a huge category. I'd like to thank folks for that.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to tell you to go out and find more people to buy it.
Yeah. And also, somebody put up a friggin' review, will you?
Yeah, somebody review it, for God's sake.
I did have an interesting online chat last night with Sharon Rice Weber.
Oh, Sharon's delightful.
Yeah. And she was very interested in the anthology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And she actually said she was going to promote it on Facebook for us.
Oh, well, there
here
you
we
go.
go. Oh, here
There
we
you
go.
are.
Oh God. Oh God.
Their son just went in the Marine Corps.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
So we were kind of chatting back and forth about how the military changes people.
Yes, it does.
And she'd already noticed that.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, if you grow up affiliated with the military at all, it changes you. So,
Yes.
So-
Well, we have you and Dot and Cedar as examples.
yep. You know, those of us who oh, look at this. Look at this on Sharon's Facebook page. There it is.
Yeah.
So,
Oh damn. Okay.
yep. So,
It's called Can't Go Home Again.
Yes.
Cedar. It's under Cedar's name. I can't link it to my Amazon yet. Still. So if
Call
you
Amazon, they link it. They'll link it for you. That's
if
what
you follow my Amazon authors page, it won't pop up yet. But look for Can't Go Home, Cedar Sanderson. It's going to be the first one that pops to the top of the
Yeah.
list.
yay.
Well, Cedar, give already. Tell us.
Mine, I'm worried about mine.
Yours was good.
Mine was okay.
Yours was good. Shut
Oh
up.
my God, imposter syndrome fell
Yeah.
all over the table and spread all out. So,
Ouch.
yeah, give it up.
No.
In the other news of how bad my timing always is and continues to be,
Okay.
about 8 o'clock last night, I'm chatting with a military buddy, and I found out he was in Wichita Falls yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
He was passing through.
Of course he was. We're halfway between here. I used to think Amarillo was halfway between here and
No,
there.
no.
Apparently Itchy Paw is.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
for something that's not really on any major,
It's almost in the center of the country.
Yeah.
Amarillo is the center of the country. And it's
Yeah.
I-40 and 287.
Yeah.
So everybody goes to Amarillo if you're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Itchy Paw misses I-40.
Yep. But we've got I-44.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for what that's worth, it's
Yeah.
I-44. Done.
Yeah. But it was just, because we were sitting there chatting online, and the phone rings.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going, "What do you mean you live in Wichita Falls?" He said, "I was there earlier today." It's like, what?
Well, should have stopped. We
Yeah.
could have had lunch. Yeah, I
So-
have some friends that just they were saying, Thanksgiving in Texas is the best. And I said, I guess I'll find out this year. They're like, wait, what? You're coming to Texas? I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm actually here.
I live here now.
And we have Sarah made it. Hey, Sarah,
Hola, Sarah.
Dawn, Steph. We got quite a few people.
But
But anyway, it was funny as hell because we spent half hour, 45 minutes just talking about where people were and
Mhm.
who was doing what.
all apparently within 8 hours drive distance of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. As a
Yes,
matter of
it's
fact.
amazing. They're all moving closer even.
He's he's actually home based out of Oregon,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He won't be
Cedar
there long.
Falls, Oregon.
He won't be there long.
Cedar Falls, Oregon?
Yeah.
He's around the coast.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But they're on their way to Mississippi via Tulsa.
Tulsa, someplace we're all going to experience
Yeah.
Yeah,
shortly.
no kidding.
Uh,
Apparently, I need to take more guns when we go.
yeah, he and his wife of 57 years
Oh my God.
are on the way to Mississippi to help build some houses for Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
If you're there and you accidentally manage to accidentally staple a peanut farmer / former president's toe to the floor, do it twice for me. Back to the Can't Go Home.
Yeah.
PTSD is is something I've been interested in since 1997, and I hate beating my own drum, but Cedar has collected stories, and with PTSD, the hope doesn't run very deep in PTSD stories.
No.
And Cedar, bless her heart, has collected some stories that actually have a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not incoming fire. If you know anybody in the military or first response that may be having issues, and they need to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, please turn them onto this book.
Yeah.
Not so much to give me money that I won't turn it down, but I like giving people feelings of hope, especially the veteran and the first responder community. And these stories are all about hope, guys.
Yeah. And there are a number of ways that people can reach out,
Mhm.
and it's not always through the command structure.
These days, command structure is not a good way to go.
Yeah.
Command structure, from my time in till now, is unrecognizable.
Yeah.
They're there. They're managers. They're not leaders. They're there explicitly to pad their own resume, military resume. And I hate to say it, as a former NCO, the senior NCO command is even worse.
Yeah.
They're not used to be. The command sergeant major stood up to everybody short of a light colonel.
Yeah.
If you were a major, captain or major, you didn't bow up to command sergeant major. These days, they knuckle under to everybody.
Yeah. Well, and RK brings up a good point. They're not even managers anymore. Yeah, Josh. Interstates around Tulsa are interesting, to put it mildly.
My little lady, poor Rita. Rita has a sense of direction that puts my cavalry scout training to shame. And she got off she was headed somewhere and got off the interstate in Tulsa and couldn't get back on. And I got a phone call from her, and the first 90 seconds of it was profanity. And she said she's not ever willingly getting off the interstate in Tulsa ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, spouses.
It's like Tracy, California, same thing.
Oh, yeah. Or the mix master down in LA.
Oh, God. But yeah, spouses who've dealt with PTSD.
Yes.
Oh,
That is something that everybody tends to overlook.
they do, because if you're married to somebody with PTSD, you end up with it yourself from that.
Or you end up being the treatment program.
Yeah.
Or finding the treatment program.
Yes.
For your significant other.
And it's so easy to fall into protecting them in ways that makes the PTSD never get better.
Exactly.
So,
and that so often is what happens.
It is. Yeah. 20 years. Jonna lived it. So
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And divorcing Tim, he says, is the best thing I ever did for him.
Yeah.
Because it forced him to actually deal with his issues.
Yeah.
Well,
because I stopped falling into protection.
Yeah.
So
in 1997, I attended a Caliber Press Street Survival Seminar for serving officers, and the second day was all devoted to critical incident stress. And I started realizing some stuff that day. But one of the takeaways from that seminar was critical incident stress does not have to become PTSD.
No.
It becomes PTSD when we handle it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we still don't know how to handle it.
Yep.
In my story, I had this brief mention of something that I was told after the Caliber Press, was that trauma, if it's physical, if you break a leg, everybody knows what to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You support the leg, you go to the doctor, you take your meds. Everybody says, "Oh, you broke your leg," and when it heals, it hurts later, and you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You accept it. Trauma to the body is well taken care of, and people understand it. Trauma to the psyche is not.
Well,
No, it's not as simple. But weirdly enough, this makes me think of George Carlin when he talks about shell shock.
Yeah.
And how we used to deal. When all the guys came back from Europe, they came back on ships with their unit, with the guys they served with,
Yeah.
and had the week and a half, 2 weeks on the ship to sit and process and talk and take care of each other and give themselves a space to just process what they've been through. Vietnam, they kept moving them all over the place, not keeping them with the same people. It took them out of the jungle, and 24 hours later dropped them on the street in the US.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why so many of them stayed on the street because of the trauma.
The global war on terror has been worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Well, it's been worse and better both.
Mhm.
The better part is that the injuries have been treated quicker.
Mhm.
I mean, during Vietnam, we did not have
We didn't know how.
treatment facilities within 3 to 4 hours of a major traumatic injury,
Mhm.
regardless of what it was.
Yeah.
You had to be flown somewhere. And then depending, you were taken out to Mercy and they would work on you, or they'd take you to a trauma unit hospital like a MASH,
Yeah.
and that was it. In the global war, it was so much better because literally you were 30 minutes or less from a major trauma center in any theater in the war. A friend of mine went up with first ID to Baghdad in 2003. She was a colonel. She set up the first hospital in Baghdad.
Yeah.
They had a level 1 trauma center in Baghdad 2 days after they took Baghdad.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But the psychic, emotional or psychic injury, we still don't handle well.
Yeah. And the other thing we don't handle well in that aspect is the number of TBI, traumatic brain injury survivors.
Yeah.
Considerably.
Yes.
Yes, because we know how to save them.
Well, not only that,
Yeah.
but IEDs and vehicle-borne IEDs are the major weapon used against us.
Yeah.
So traumatic brain injuries from explosives that's just going to be a thing.
Yeah.
But we don't handle critical incident stress or PTSD well at all. If we did, we wouldn't be having the issues we're having now.
Yeah.
And there's still, despite the fact everybody's working on it, there's still a stigma attached to PTSD or going nuts. So there
is.
Anything to do with mental has a stigma attached to it.
Well, it's, especially for men.
Yeah.
My friend, author Ken Scholes has PTSD from a really horrific childhood of terrible abuse, which didn't actually manifest again until he had kids of his own.
Yeah.
Where he realized, how could anybody do this to a kid? But he went through several interesting treatments for it, which has completely removed it. He's not had to deal with it anymore because he's been getting shots into the amygdala.
Yeah.
And it took 3 tries for him to get away, to not have the responses he was having, but it's working.
Yeah.
It's actually working for him.
PTSD does not only come from combat.
No, I mean,
I am by no means an expert on PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
However, one of the takeaways from the seminar was PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is a result of poorly handling critical incident stress.
Yes.
And a critical incident is not necessarily combat. It's simply something to you that is critical.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that to you fully engages your fight or flight reflex.
Yeah.
Or you encounter something so evil you don't know how to process it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully engages your fight or flight reflex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, but off of the doom and gloom. These stories are about hope, folks, and there are a lot of people out there, 22 of them a day, that need hope.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody, give them the book or turn them on to the book. Anybody that needs hope.
Yeah, and there is a afterword in there that was written by Dorothy that does talk about a couple of books by a couple of different authors that are well worth getting and reading.
Yeah.
In other news, I want to shift gears here and get off of that to a point. Biden, in his infinite wisdom,
Oh, God. What did he do today? I've been avoiding the news.
Weasel, popcorn,
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
Bad touch.
Yeah, has decided that it's not an emergency, but he's going to release 50 million barrels of oil out of the
Oh my
National
God.
Reserve.
The strategic reserve.
Yeah.
Yes.
That we need to, prosecute a war.
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
thought there were only 83 million barrels in the strategic reserve.
no, there's more than that.
Okay.
But this is the interesting part. You think 50 million barrels is a lot, right?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's barely a drop.
That's a little over 2 days.
Yeah,
of
I know.
consumption
It's
in
just
the
like,
US.
oh
Yeah,
my
that's-
God.
And we are down 2 million barrels a day from pre-COVID.
Well, no, it's
We
not necessarily pre-COVID. It's shutting down everybody's pipelines.
Well, no, we were down a little bit pre-COVID or under COVID. I said that wrong. We were down a little bit under COVID. We were producing in the U.S. 13 million barrels.
Yeah. Completely petroleum
independent.
And natural gas independent.
And, oh, God. Natural gas.
We were petrochemical independent. And
Yes.
then somebody decided they wanted a president who was a little more presidential and didn't send mean tweets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did you guys hear that in Eugene, Oregon, they have banned the building of any buildings that use natural gas? What?
He's going to open up an investigation to price gouging on oil.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
What an asshole. Anyway, but in Eugene, Oregon, they're banning the building of any buildings that use natural gas after 2023.
What?
That's
Because it comes from fracking and it's evil. We
they
can't
want to
have
freeze
it,
in the dark?
apparently.
Okay.
So they want their bills to skyrocket. So
Raptor, we're on a lousy connection down here, so it's probably
we
us
should
and
do
not
this at the
you.
shop where I have a gig of internet. So since you're all down there anyway, so
Yeah, it's anyway, we're now hurting for fuel oil.
RK, why did you say why did she make that comment? Just so you could enjoy this, my Montana cousin. Okay.
I had the things up
Yeah.
here was like, wait, it's
Why?
That
Why?
was where that expression came from.
Why?
You did not get to see Jonna's expression, but that was interesting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and in other news, the turkey, bacon prices,
Woohoo!
all of that is not a food shortage according to,
Of course not.
No.
but Publix and Winn-Dixie in the Southeast have started limiting quantities that can be purchased.
In Eastern Europe, we would have referred to that as rationing quantities.
Yes. Yes, you're allowed to purchase one turkey.
Okay.
And you're limited in the amount of ancillary items you can purchase to go with the turkey.
Oh, did you see the tweet by the Federal Reserve either yesterday or today?
Oh my God. Oh.
You see that?
Yeah.
That for those of you who haven't seen it, the Federal Reserve sent out a tweet that said the price of a serving of turkey is, I'd say, $1.42. The same serving of soy-based meat would be 8 cents and provide twice the protein.
Yeah.
I've got an issue with the Federal Reserve mentioning anything about food that's way outside their lane.
No.
Well, at 87 cents a pound, yeah, I'd be jumping on those too, Cedar. I got a 19-pound turkey, and it is a real butterball. It is not a fake,
Mm-hmm.
and I paid $2.48 a pound for it.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Popeye's Chicken has a flock of turkeys out back. I've
Yeah, I
seen
know.
them.
You keep threatening, and you haven't delivered yet.
Well, it's private land. I'm trying to figure out a way to snipe a turkey and not hack off the landowner.
I had turkeys just wandering through my yard. I would name them after my favorite
Oh, would.
politicians.
I think
Yeah.
so. If they're
Up-
now, I'll be in your back. I'll be in
Yeah,
your,
no. They were just wandering aimlessly through the yard. So
Yes, Raptor, that's exactly right. And the horse you rode in on.
I have space cedar.
The other thing that I found rather interesting is the number of people who are 25-pound turkey free. Damn. I hope he's planning on feeding a lot of us.
I could do damage to 25 pound turkey. I love turkey.
Yeah, and
Done
Jerry,
right.
and Jerry says, NBC said don't invite as many people and make them pay.
What?
Oh, yeah, that was NBC's on the news last night.
Make family members and friends pay for your thanks.
Yeah.
Well, there's all sorts of thanks.
Yeah.
We give thanks for and cough up money there, guys.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh.
Oh, Raptor.
Actually, if we were in San
Bad.
Francisco, we could just go get one because nobody would arrest us for just taking it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
We'd
a
have
good
to
point.
check and see how many we could get for under $950.
Yeah.
That would be
Two.
Yeah, plus the gas to get there. It's really, oh my God.
Well, and the terrible thing is there'd be a case of tofurkey
Ugh.
overflowing and a case of regular turkey that'd been shoplifted to the.
Yeah, I love that picture of the hurricanes. All the organic stuff is still on the shelf.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just like, screw that shit. Ain't no meatless
Yeah.
what? Urgh. No.
Did you see Raptor's comment?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with this. Just go steal what we want, you know? So-
Raptor, Richard's a good question what they're smoking, and I'm not sure I want any of it.
No.
I saw an interesting. Speaking of food, I saw an interesting diagram from Texas Parks and Wildlife that charted
Yes.
the number of game processors, game processing licenses for
Yes.
for freestanding game processing stations has skyrocketed.
Not surprising.
Yeah, they are. There's people out there that are looking ahead and
Fill in their freezers.
yeah, they're going to help people fill their freezers and
Yeah.
make a tidy sum on the side.
Yeah.
Well, it's like suddenly all these ranches that are now processing their own beef and selling it themselves,
Yep.
you know? Works
Yeah,
for
they're
me.
definitely not smoking turkeys, that's for damn sure.
No.
Well, MSNBC's having a bad week, Sarah. I mean, they got thrown out of a courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
They
No.
got caught in a lie. Well, several lies.
Several.
I was going to say, is there anything they say that isn't one?
Well, on their Twitter, got caught.
we could be
Yeah.
caught in a truth, I think would be more appropriate to
Because
them.
their initial Twitter was, "Oh, that guy's not one of our reporters." That's right, he wasn't. He was
He
one of
was
their
a producer.
producers.
And you got to get it right, sir. It's not MSNBC, it's PMSNBC.
Actually, it's MSNBS. You right?
Okay.
Right? Because it's all bullshit. So, I mean, seriously, I just keep thinking about there's going to be another rich teenager here real soon.
Yeah.
So,
Rich teenager?
Oh, yeah.
oh, Rittenhouse? Oh my God.
Oh, no
It
kidding.
was like he and Sandman are going to share custody
Yeah.
of CNN.
Well,
I love that.
back before I'm
Yeah,
doing
no,
a lot.
Yeah.
Good seat, right? Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of my writing at John's shop these days. So
Mhm.
I showered and headed over there. On the way over, the farm station that I listen to because I can't stand mainstream media announced that young Mr. Rittenhouse has accused President Biden of malicious.
He said it was malice.
with malice aforethought.
Yes. I mean, his interview was pretty fascinating. I gotta say.
Yeah.
That kid's a lot sharper. Yeah, that ooh.
Yeah, and that is suable.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
it sure is.
It's
And-
libel.
And
He apparently has lawyers going to town on collecting up all the information. So.
Biden cannot
Yeah,
get
right?
away with that
No, he
because
can't.
he was not in the Senate. He's not a senator. It was
Nope.
not in the pit.
Nope.
He was a candidate.
Yeah,
Yep,
he was a candidate.
he was a
wa-
candidate.
He doesn't have presidential
He
privilege.
doesn't
'cause
get
he's
to
a-
dodge that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Plus,
So-
his mother is doing her own lawsuits
Yeah.
too, because all kinds of lies were told about her.
Oh,
She
yeah.
drove him across state
Oh,
lines
yeah.
to do
Oh,
what?
yeah.
She didn't drive him anywhere.
She didn't know.
So-
She didn't know. Trust me.
No,
He's
it's fine.
17. She didn't know
That's
where the
fine.
hell he was.
Raptor nuggets.
She
Butt
was.
nuggets.
She was just hoping he wouldn't come home with a
And a body bag.
surprise in 9 months.
Yeah.
I know mothers.
Uh-huh.
The other thing that was Raptor Nuggets. No. Scrappy Nibbles? No.
No.
Uh,
Anyway, but yeah, so it's just yeah, anyway.
What is the other thing that's interesting is there's about to be a battle over money.
Yeah, because of the whole thing with the two first lawyers.
Linwood and Price.
Yeah,
Oof,
there's a whole bunch of crap going on there.
Yeah.
that's wow.
It's pretty complex, but there's a good episode of Viva Frey where he talks with and they go through the whole
Yeah.
process of what's
yeah,
going on with
Rita
that.
was telling me something about that this morning when I was
Yeah.
getting ready, and apparently there's a whole new soap opera brewing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, it's a
they
doozy.
basically kept him in jail for 70 days
They
to
kept
raise
him
money. To raise money.
to raise money, and he was not. He's had something to say about that.
If
So-
I'd have been him when I came out and found Iowa, I'd be back in jail for thumping a lawyer. Although
Yeah,
that
Well,
might be a public
that's
service.
why they went away.
They got boosted,
Yeah.
gone.
That might have been public
Yeah.
service.
Well,
But
the other thing that's interesting is his mother put up $500,000 as bail.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the lawyers are saying, "Oh, that's our money now."
And it's like,
she's
no,
going,
It's going to be fascinating to watch that all play out. So,
87 days. Sorry, I was wrong.
yeah, it's fundraising figurehead.
Anyway,
But,
way
yeah.
too friggin' long. How about that?
hmm One of the advantages of having Ian Wright at the shop is that he says, "Come read this and tell me what you think."
Speaking of writing,
Work in progress.
Oh, I'm just going to say, Bug Scuffle County runs off to Monster Hunter International, and we'll just leave it at that. So
She was giggling the
I
entire
was
time
giggling.
she
It
read.
was funny. So
well, I do have to thank my readers.
Uh-oh, what are they doing this
Uh-oh.
time?
They, I'm not going to say take that. Well, some of them do take delight in pointing out my errors.
Oh, I know for a fact that they take delight in pointing out your errors.
But it's a team effort. I mean, because I'm writing stream of consciousness and I
Yeah.
throw it up on the blog for comments.
mhm.
And usually the first 6 or 8 are, you screwed this up, you screwed this up. What the hell were you trying to do here? Okay, fixed. I don't
Yeah,
know what
keep
the hell
you
I
in
was
check.
trying to do.
Just keeping you in check.
Yeah. But I really and truly appreciate it because
Yeah.
I know what's in my head. These things don't work quite as well or as fast as my
Yeah,
brain
my,
does.
my brain screen interface, aka my digits.
Yeah.
I've got this lovely, poetic, glorious diorama in my head that comes out when I type it.
Yeah.
This is not flow state. Yes, it's like, what happened?
Yeah, what the? It's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing in my head, and it's crap on the screen.
Yeah.
I understand that problem. It's just with fabric for me. So it's
But
like, what the hell happened?
yeah,
So
yeah. The hey, RK, what I used to do, I had a boss that loved to correct my punctuation errors. So I got to the point when I did a presentation, I would add a slide full of commas and say at the bottom, put them wherever the hell you want. After about the 3rd time I did that, he stopped
he stopped.
fixing
Yeah.
my stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking
Hank
at.
Carrillo banging on the keyboard for the next great American novel. Yes.
I've been working on.
Oh
a,
my God, we could
rural
totally set
fantasy.
up that photo shoot.
Ew. I've been working. I've actually been working on the rural fantasy. That's basically a small town in West Texas discovers that elves are real and they're bastards.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, you're right, Sarah. We got to get to that one.
God, what?
PMSNBC calling Thanksgiving
Oh.
holiday a holiday with violence
Oh,
and
for
genocide on the menu.
Oh,
Because,
only during good years.
Only if they come to my dinner.
no, this is what the first
I know.
Thanksgiving.
No,
I know. It's just.
It was CNN.
Huh?
It was CNN that did that.
Well, whoever
And
did it.
PMSNBC too. Both of
Yeah,
them
and my
did.
response is, if you come to my dinner, there will be violence.
Yeah.
So
Let's let everyone know what the first Christmas was like.
Yeah.
And shortly thereafter, kids started getting.
Yeah.
Any holiday you choose to come up with has got horror attached to it somewhere. That's the way of it.
Yep.
Halloween wasn't always sparkly pink skulls.
No.
St. Valentine's Day.
wait. St. Patrick's Day has always been about drinking. So,
No.
Anyway.
St. Valentine's Day. Anybody that St. Valentine, people need to look up St. Valentine, whom the day is named after. Damn.
Right,
Yeah.
I'll be
Uh-oh.
right back. Keep going.
He's wandering off.
Uh-oh.
I got something I got to get.
Oh, dear.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. But every celebration has got a friggin' atrocity attached to it. Thanksgiving is no better or worse than any of the rest.
Thanksgiving, they're trying to attach the atrocity of a soy turkey. So
There's your atrocity.
there's the atrocity.
What the hell is it? Where the hell did you go?
What?
Murdered saints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can you
and
pass the violence my way, please? I need some with my
again,
racism. Yeah.
this is the 21st century. Anytime that the proggies would like to knock off the attaching the 18th century to our 21st century, they can go right ahead and do that. 18th century mores and morals don't have any place in the 21st century. They belong in the 18th century. Stop dragging them up here.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
All right.
Oh, nice.
That is
Ah.
what you wanted to see, Josh.
Ah, it's gorgeous.
That is my grandfather's.
Damn.
That is somewhere around 100 years old. And that is,
That's beautiful.
It was a nice chunk of turquoise.
yeah, that was done by a gentleman apparently named Lee.
Gimme.
And the expert gets her hands on it. Now
Well, I'm
we
not
have
an expert.
lost it.
I'm just looking at it. So, can I take it off the leather?
Sure,
Okay.
you're the expert.
No, I'm not. It's just pretty, and I want to look at it closer. I want to see.
I do love a good string tie.
Yeah.
I didn't wear much as an officer. I need to. My collection had got scattered to the winds. I need to build it back up.
I don't even know whether I could get it insured. I don't
Oh,
know how it'd be worth, what it'd be worth anyway.
get it appraised, have it insured.
Anyway, that's one that I have.
But I like
I
bolo
think-
ties, string ties, whatever you call them. I really thoroughly like bolo ties, string ties.
Sterling.
Of course, I had
There's a whole bunch of stuff on there.
my suits for a long time were Western cut, which I still favor Western cut suits. I would
I like
rather,
the shoulders better.
yeah, I would rather have Western cut done with proper cloth and by somebody that knows how to fit it to a guy.
Yeah.
Because I love Western cut, but they're not as comfortable as an English cut suit.
Nice.
The John has gone down the rat hole with that.
I'm just looking at the marks.
One of these days I'll figure out what they all are.
It's not that hard. Off she goes.
Ah, sorry.
That's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. That stone is stunning.
The turquoise is absolutely fantastic.
And away she
Glorious,
goes.
glorious. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Focus. There we go.
Giving Task Force 20 books for Chris. Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you want to make sure that my tweenies get fed, buy Task Force 20.
Hey, Josh, sterling and turquoise bolos can never go wrong.
No, I had a bolo, and I still got the actual bolo somewhere. It was malachite.
Yeah.
It was malachite and silver, and oh my God, that was a glorious chunk of work. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
Yeah, they are. It's a pretty stone, and I think he found that he got that during his railroading days. Because also, if I can find them, I have a matching pair of cufflinks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Also, guys, if you like Task Force 20 or Can't Go Home Again or anything that we write, if you like it, write a little response. This book good. This
Yeah.
book sucks. Something. Just write do a little review. Book good, make Thinky Bit feel good. That'll be fine. Book bad, make Thinky Bit hurt is also good.
Yeah.
But leave a little written review.
Yeah, Raptor bought a copy. Says you and your brother was basically his younger brother cranked up to 11.
Yes. Oh, I'm probably going to have an announcement regarding.
Navajo about $600. So
Jim's tight group, shot group, just tightened up.
Damn.
I'm probably going to have a announcement after the first of December regarding regarding the Law Dog Files, the actual books. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting one way or the other. Take care, Steph. And we will definitely enjoy a non-soy Thanksgiving. Trust me.
Damn straight.
Soy.
We're gonna eat pig and bird.
You did not. Yeah. And
Josh,
stuffing.
that's very possible. I know it's from New Mexico, but that's all I know. And he got it.
There's another mark on there that I could spend some time investigating.
Oh,
I just did the two more obvious ones.
Yeah.
So, but that turquoise is stunning.
Yeah.
So
I know where the summer is. It's
little
out there.
hatchet mine. Josh thinks it came out of Little Hatchet Mine or the Little Hatchet Mountains.
Well, there's
surprising.
the it's not White Mountains. The color is wrong, and there's White Mountain turquoise is a deep blue with
Yeah.
white,
Yeah.
and your inclusions are not white. So
no,
it's
but
not
it
White
sure is
Mountain.
pretty.
No, it's glorious.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
It's-
Cranberry chutney. I realize that this is probably going to get me thrown off the podcast.
No, it won't. 'Cause
However,
I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going.
cranberry is supposed to be round with ridges, so you know where to cut, where you know where to slice it.
It should wiggle just a little
And you
bit.
should, cranberry sauce should be round, cylinder shaped, with ridges, where you know, so you know
That's
where.
why I don't eat that shit.
Well, my mom used to like slice just a little bit off one side so it wouldn't roll away from you while you were just make you the flat spot so it stays put.
Well, she-
Dawn, if Jonna gets hold of your grandmother's turquoise collection, y'all will not see her for a month.
Well,
No,
no, I
kidding.
love researching it. It's really fun. So, and I like pretty things.
Yeah, we know that.
hmm
We've seen your shop. You have beautiful things.
I would love to. I'd love to see all of your stuff. It'd be just loads of fun. I don't want to own it. I just like seeing. I love seeing beautiful artisan work. So, except for Italian Majolica, all the Italian Majolica in the world belongs to me. So,
Yeah, the Navy especially, not so much the Army, but the Navy, Thanksgiving, Christmas did soup to nuts. Literally a huge menu.
Yeah,
And
all of it.
yeah, it was all of it.
You know
All
how
of
many
it.
turkey sandwiches I've eaten on Thanksgiving?
I love it.
But the one thing that always got left sitting on the tray was the sliced cranberry. Because everybody would walk up, look at that and go, oh, hell no. Next.
No, it was like that. I had for years with John's mother, Madeline, we had this tradition of she had pickled watermelon rind in a jar in the refrigerator. And we would get it out at Thanksgiving and we'd get it out in little forks and we put it on its little tray
Yeah.
and it would sit there and nobody would eat it. We put it back into the jar at the end of the day and then we wait till next Thanksgiving and pull it out again. I think we had like the same jar for like 6 years. So
My grandmother, her dressing, we used to call it brownie dressing,
brownie
Yeah.
dressing.
because Grand's dressing would be in a baking dish and you cut a wedge like you would a brownie.
Yeah.
You walk around the house eating this square of dressing. But the next day, if any dressing survived, what you would do is you cut a brownie square dressing, you slice it in half.
Yeah.
You put a
Ooh.
little disc of cranberry on there.
I
And
love that little disc of cranberry.
this cranberry and the turkey, and then the other piece. So you would make a turkey cranberry burger with dressing.
Oh yeah. Oh
And-
yeah. That sounds really good.
Oh, it was really good.
Oh man.
Because Nana always wanted, after she got done, she wanted to fluff it up, and we would go, "No, don't touch the dressing." Walk
We
around the house.
always, and I got to give a shout out to Alma. She went down the rat hole yesterday.
Alma went down a rat hole. No.
Yeah.
Oh no, she picked a fight. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know
she
it.
picked a fight on cornbread.
Alma picked a fight.
Oh, on cornbread?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Was she on the sugar side or the no sugar side?
Sugar side.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Girl ain't right.
Let the
Nope.
battle lines be drawn.
Yeah. So I grew up eating cornbread dressing,
Me too.
and that was always the standard.
Yeah.
And these fancy friggin' herbed whatever.
Apples with things. It's like, no, it's cornbread and
Don't-
celery and onions and lots
Yes.
of, and lots of butter and
Yeah.
and you have to cook it in the frying pan so it's good and dry.
Yeah.
So
It was bread and cornbread because Nana would mix both.
Mhm.
dry, and I mean, it would be toasty. It would be the hard clank, clank, clank bread,
Mhm.
and egg. Boiled eggs would be chopped up and in there.
Oh yeah, we didn't do eggs, but we
and,
had
and
uh,
celery and
we had celery, onions,
and
and
it
tons
go
of
in as
butter.
batter and it come out, and then she
And then-
she headed towards it with a fork to fluff it up.
Yeah.
Because the way the dressing's supposed to be something you eat with a fork.
No.
Like no, and we cut. Like I
Yeah.
say, we cut a brownie wedge out and walk around the
Yeah.
house eating a wedge.
Mhm.
Oh, that's neat, Raptor. 2662 mallet type. One of my former flight engineers is now a engineer
Oh, you told me
inspector
about that. Yes.
for the railroad.
Yeah.
And
We had a
is
steam engine moment.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know.
qualified to drive steam engines
hate him.
and has actually driven Big Boy.
Hate him lots.
Yeah. And has also driven Jupiter
Oh, now I hate him even more.
at the reenactment of the Golden Spike.
Fine.
So he would probably love
Mm.
I'm going back to the cornbread thing. There's cornbread and there's corn cake. And
Yes.
the two are
Yeah.
completely separate
They're
things.
different things.
If you put sugar in the cornbread, you have corn cake, which is good.
I
Corn
don't
cake's
get this
good.
adding weird shit. I mean, cornbread should be in violet. It's
Yeah.
like
There,
What is
there's,
this? Don't
it's
put the-
cornbread.
don't put,
It's
like,
cornbread.
peppers and shit in there. It's just cornbread.
non-human cornbread.
Mhm.
What?
Sarah, what are you looking for?
What?
Oh, Raptor, bite it.
Mhm.
He drove a steam engine this summer.
Hate you. Hate you even more. Have I met Raptor? I don't think I
No.
have.
He's dressing an alternate term for stuffing.
Yes.
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 Now,
Stuffing has actually been inside the bird, and that's just disgusting.
also the fact
It's a little
that
gummy.
Yeah.
most of the stuffing,
Mm-hmm.
unless the bird is cooked well,
Mm-hmm.
never gets done.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
And
it just doesn't cook all the way through.
Full of salmonella.
Yeah.
I realize
No,
it
you
probably
should just
isn't.
fill that space with things like lemons and vegetables,
My-
onions and things.
My
you know?
grandmother, both sides,
Mhm.
and my mother, it was onions, lemons,
Yes.
oranges,
Mm-hmm.
Garlic.
apples,
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's what
right?
I haven't tried.
all stuffed up the bird, and that was inside.
Yep.
And you cooked the dressing in a pan.
In a pan.
Yes.
So you
That's
cut
what
it
we
in,
did.
in wedges like brownies, and then you take all the stuff that was in the bird,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it in a Ziploc baggie in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then when you're sick unto death of turkey, you take your Ziploc baggie, you put it in a pot of water with what's left of your turkey, and you boil the crap out of it until
Yeah.
you have turkey soup.
Right?
Dawn, game hens are too damn small for the amount of work that it takes to
Yeah,
get
they're
any
it's just
meat
way,
out
it's
of
like
them.
trying to eat
Oh.
a squirrel. I mean, what is the point?
Yeah.
Chris has a tradition. He'll do one Cornish game hen for every person at Christmas.
Yeah, and nobody
you-
talks because it takes 3 hours to get all the meat off the damn thing.
And so I'll plonk this wonderful little Cornish game hen in front of you, and they taste so good, though. They're like Dove.
Yeah, I
Cornish
mean, they're
game tastes good.
tasty, but it's
Pain in the butt to get.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Raptor, one of the interesting things that Bobby said was the reason that Big Boy travels with a diesel locomotive behind it is so that the Big Boy has something to pull against. They'll actually run the diesel locomotive in dynamic braking
Yeah.
because only 6 or 7 cars is not enough for even
Oh,
Big Boy
no.
to load.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Okay.
And it carries 22,500 gallons of water on it, 6,000 gallons of diesel,
Mm-hmm.
and it burns 250 gallons of water a mile.
But the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, and the power. Just amazing. So it's okay. I'm hating Raptor a lot. I'm just sitting I'm just ignoring that because I would just that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So
Oh, mainline excursion. That's unusual to get one of the steam trains on the mainline.
Yeah.
When Rita and I win the lottery, I've discovered by way of Chris that Amtrak will allow you to put your private rail car.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Amtrak
Yeah.
line.
oh yeah.
When I win the lottery, I'm buying a rail car.
Now you can rent them.
You can just
If
rent
I win the
them.
lottery, I'm buying a rail car because That's going to be nice.
I mean, one of my lottery things is I really want to go beyond the Orient Express in Europe.
Yes.
It is stunningly beautiful,
Well,
outrageously expensive, but oh my
When,
god!
when I buy my
Mhm.
rail car that will be hauled behind Amtrak, the ghosts of Russian Tsars are going to go, damn, went a little far, didn't you, Scooter? Because, yeah, it's going to be New Orleans pimps are going to go, you might want to slow a bit there, son.
Chef stable turkey, crank jelly, and stuffing sandwich. That could be interesting.
I know right where to get the fabric for your train car.
Yeah.
So, silk fabric made on the looms from the 15th century. Let's go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buy a
again-
railroad, build me a steam
I win
locomotive.
Powerball, my rail car that I'll use to travel places so I can cock the snook at the airlines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
17th century Russian or Parisian whorehouses are going to be jealous.
Actually, what you want to do is outfit it like the Orient Express.
Right? Oh my God, such a beautiful train.
Yeah, the half of the
It's-
half of the
Oh,
rest
it's
of
just,
it.
oh my God, so beautiful.
The dining car
Because
slash
we're right, yeah,
Yeah.
in the library. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's just,
Yeah. MRE menu. Nah.
no.
I never went in for anything outrageous. We didn't even have the Tabasco till my last year in.
Yeah.
We had the brown MREs with dehydrated, not for in-flight, pre-flight use. As I looked up in the accent of a C-130 going, that looks like pre-flight to me.
That's why I always carried a bottle of Tabasco in my flight suit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, RK, they have brought back the old Orient Express, the full run.
Yes, the
Yes,
full
they
run
have.
is there, and you can either take a leg or you can take the whole trip.
Yeah,
So-
and if you want to take the whole one, you need to be a Russian oligarch to do so.
Yeah, because just the leg, the overnight from from Paris to Venice is
Yeah.
something like $20,000 or $30,000.
Yeah.
So, but I have dreamed and I have bookmarked and I have looked
Yeah.
at it. So,
And how much would it cost for the appropriate clothing to wear home?
right. Well, yeah, if you're gonna go 100%. So,
Willing to take the scary risk of being hooked to Amtrak. There will be explosive bolts.
with a remote detonation.
Oh, look, it's TSA. Blam! And I'll coast down, not hooked up to Amtrak.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of not
Hell,
so
Raptor
fun.
would figure out a way to work around that.
Yep.
I've learned a long time ago, if you have friends in the business,
well,
it's
no,
amazing what you can get
not only
done.
that,
Yep.
but my friend Jay Totten told me one time, money talks, but cash screams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if I win the Powerball, I will have cash.
Oh, Cash sidles up and is real friendly.
Yeah.
So, and it's wearing a red velvet dress. So,
Yeah.
mhm. Anyway, but yeah, that would be fun. And it's just being on the trains in Europe and then coming back to the
Oh, yeah.
sad, sorry
Yeah.
thing that is Amtrak is just,
Well, Chris,
What was hilarious though
Yeah.
was riding the train from Italy to Germany
oh yeah, I've done that a couple times. Yeah.
because
Mhm.
the Italian train would finally get to the border and the crews would switch,
Yeah.
and the Germans are sitting there
You're
going,
like, where are you?
Yeah.
And they would do strikes from like in Italy. We were waiting and they're like, oh, there's going to be a strike. And we're like, oh, great. So what are we going to do? It's just wait 10 minutes,
Yeah.
you know, because essentially all they did was delay the schedule by 10
Yeah.
minutes. And you're like, oh, okay.
which
Nobody
was
cares.
already delayed by
Which
2
is
hours.
delayed anyway. So you don't care.
And
So,
then coming back,
mhm.
and Eurail passes were great.
Oh, your road
Oh, yeah.
passes are just fabulous.
Military Eurail pass was $50.
Oh,
And
man.
that was anywhere in Europe.
Yeah, we went from London to Paris on a Eurail pass
Yeah.
through the Channel, which was interesting, and then from Paris down to Milan, which is gorgeous. So yeah,
Well, we
Chris.
came back down,
Mhm.
and Germans, I mean, the train is
Yeah,
there exactly on
it's like
the
it's
second.
there on time, you know. So,
And the Italian crew was nowhere to be found.
no, they're like what? So,
We sat
Yeah.
there for an hour and a half. So. Yeah, and they locked the damn bar car up. We couldn't get in it.
you're right. That is not helpful.
Chris took
Oh.
the.
I stayed up all night and drank prosecco with
Yeah.
and we just had a great time.
If
So.
Richard says you want a restored sleeper with a 50 caliber ball turret on it.
Sure.
A 50 caliber?
Yeah.
One? Chris took Amtrak from Dallas to Maryland, I think. And I asked him how it was. He said it's like going back to the 70s. Apparently, at the time, Amtrak hadn't updated anything since the 70s.
Yeah.
He said
No,
the
it's
sleeper
terrible.
car he had was straight on out of 1974.
No, do we have a troll?
Now,
What
Raptor's trolling us.
Why are
Oh.
you doing that? Oh God.
Yeah.
What? I was
Well, here we thought we were getting into an interesting one.
Pretty,
It's been a while.
well.
Yeah.
The Larry dealt a nuke to the trolls on the internet. Have you read today's blog post?
No, I've not read today's blog post. I read
So-
the Fisk, which was a
Yeah.
thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Somebody told him that they liked his stuff, but that he needed to bear in mind that all leftists weren't, and that was probably not the way that they should have gone, because
Ooh.
Larry got articulate
Yeah.
again, and it was whoo.
Mm-hmm. Ah, my goodness.
Yeah.
So I'll go read that this afternoon when I'm feeling a bit of flagging energy,
Oh.
and I'm sure I'll be
He lays forth the smack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm.
I was not aware of that, Richard. I'd heard rumors. I didn't realize they'd actually done it.
What was that?
Army bought a bunch of sleeper cars and stuck them in Monmouth for senior officer and NCO tip billets.
No.
That had to be interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. One of my regrets on early Liberty cons I went to,
That reminds me of the Choo Choo.
was
Yeah.
not getting
Not
that.
staying in one of the train cars.
One of the
The
train
air
cars is
conditioning
cheap.
sucked in all of them.
Yeah, but still.
But still, I mean, it's a train car, right? It was. I did go in several of them and look
Yeah.
around, and they were pretty cool, but they were hot,
Yeah.
and their air conditioning wasn't working really well. But
The
still,
Choo-Choo
they were
wasn't-
wonderful.
Choo-Choo
so.
wasn't that great of a hotel.
No,
Yeah.
it was
But
like a fading. It was
it
like a
had-
Miss Havisham of hotels.
Yeah.
You know?
Had ambiance.
Yes.
And
It had character.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Whoa, it
it
had
had
character.
lots of character.
Whoa, it had character. The
Yeah.
kind,
Yeah.
the kind of character that has
Uh-huh.
a supporting role in a Dickens novel.
Yes. Very
The,
much so.
I love the garden.
The garden
The
was
water
lovely.
garden.
Yeah.
was
The water
fantastic.
garden was beautiful.
And
So-
the statue with the Jane hat every year.
Every year. I have to say, I liked the room better for the mad scientist panel in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Considering how much drinking we did there,
Yeah.
that panel got better and better as the hours went on. One of it where I actually remember.
It's
but-
amazing how how good the panel was inversely proportional how high the bourbon level was.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of people learned they really don't want to drink with me and Tully. So, because Tully and I know how to drink, and
Yeah.
they didn't.
I drunk with Tully, and that was interesting.
Yeah.
The
It
last,
is-
last full con, it was Tullamore Dew.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's why he's called Tully. That's not his
Yeah.
real name.
No.
You know, but a shot. It's like
Yeah.
equal parts
Yeah.
hotter.
Oh.
But the people who were drinking with us we had a couple of really pissed off wives because we returned the people from the mad scientist panel to the wives because they made the mistake of trying to keep up, but they missed the part about the bottled water. So
Oh,
and
that-
we had to be designated walkers to get them back to where they
Yeah.
needed to be. So
oh, Dawn, that sucks. Card printer locked up on her so she can't get her new.
no,
Cider age Tully.
cider age Tully is totally fine.
yeah.
Yeah, this makes fools. We need to have a couple of silly games and
I figure Rita and I have the complete Munchkin collection.
I have several Munchkin, including my own card, and then I was gonna bring. We should play some
Card-
things-
I figure we
Cards
set up,
Against Humanity
set
in a
up at
corner.
one table with a Cards Against Humanity
And silly hats.
collection,
We need
and
silly hats.
one table with a Munchkin, and
One, 2 or 3 tables with Munchkin.
just let people go to town.
Yes.
Because I
Nobody. No. Okay. Okay.
The-
Considering who
the-
shows up, nobody gets to bring risk. Nobody. No risk games at this thing because no.
Why?
No, it's pointless. So it really is.
No, I want
However, toy soldiers and setting up battles on the tables, I don't know why we can't do that, right?
it's our con. We'll do whatever
Or
we want
sea
to.
battles,
We
you
don't
know?
have,
What?
unless we borrowed them from Larry,
What?
enough toy soldiers to do
No, the
anything.
little green men.
No, look at the little green men.
army men.
The little green army
You
men.
can't find them anymore.
Oh, you'd be so wrong.
Okay.
I think we should.
But
We should. I mean,
we
it
need-
seems we need trebuchets.
Yeah.
We need table trebuchets.
Oh, table trebuchets.
And Jesse just said he's bringing risk.
That ought to be fun.
I'm gonna put a
I
couple
want-
of 52 card decks out there.
Right? I think we should do that
that's the
too.
thing. I'm not a big fan of standard card games because there's not much giggling.
Oh, well, it depends on the
Oh,
game and how much
because
you've been drinking.
Now wait a minute. You saw what we did at Bloggerado with the spades and hearts game.
Yeah, the spades, there wasn't any giggling, there was a lot of swearing.
Well, that's half the fun.
Because Johnny got in there and started sandbagging people.
Mhm.
And there was cussing. But
Well, just because Johnny and I never lost.
yeah,
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like we don't get to play games as much as I'd like to. I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I just really miss playing games and being silly. And because
we have Munchkin.
I have Munchkin.
Somebody will have a Cards Against Humanity.
We
because
got
there's-
like 8 or 9 sets floating around.
because there's always giggling and shrieking with those two
and
games.
people turning
Yeah.
purple,
which
and
is what
glad.
I want to hear at FoolsCon is people having fun.
Fun, exactly.
Well, and we do that.
I know we do, but
And
it'd be fun to be
people are free
silly.
to wander off into their
Right.
corner and stay there by
We
themselves.
should have the coloring book so we can color. So, and color outside the lines. So, right?
People
All right,
color
folks.
inside the lines.
I know, right? Yes.
Speaking
Holy
of coloring
crap.
outside the lines, we've wasted another
I
hour
thought I
of your
would have sworn it
time.
was 20 minutes
Have we been talking that long?
Yeah,
talking for
Oh,
an
now
hour.
I have to go back to work. I have to go to the post office first. but
I have
go
to
back
work.
You have to work. Well, I get to go back to play, I suppose
Yeah.
is how I should put that.
yeah. Cedar says we have coloring books. Yes, we do.
Yes, we
Right?
do.
I mean, it just seems like there's so many things we could be doing that are just silly and fun.
Well, like I said, for FoolsCon, I want
Yeah.
to hear people laugh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, not that we weren't doing that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could add more opportunities for fun, only if people want to, right?
Well, folks, we are not going to do this on Thursday because that is Thanksgiving.
Well, okay. I'm gonna take a picture of Waffle House.
We don't have a
We don't have a Waffle House.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
fine. I'll
Uh,
take a picture of me with my turkey pie.
Jimmy's egg.
Jimmy's egg. I should go there.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Thank
folks,
you.
Y'all be safe.
be safe. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving and screw the liberals.
Yeah.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Eat lots of turkey and wave
Yes.
at your liberal neighbors. So
Yes,
do,
get,
dr-
get
do,
your gravy level up where it's supposed to be.
do drive by to a Firkins on your local Proggy's house. Drive by and fling it to a Firky at the
Yeah.
I think no, you should like stand outside the door with the carcass of the turkey and wave it at them. So,
All right,
Sounds good
folks,
to me.
y'all be good. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
That is wrong.